If you don't want the truth, don't come to me. I will give it to you raw, and I will give it to you in detail, and I will go right to the primal depths of the truth. And if you're not prepared to deal with that, if you're frightened of facing yourself, then don't waste my time and don't come to me. Hello, I'm Michele Knight. I'm a 21st century psychic, and I'm the real deal. On my business card, it doesn't say psychic, it says warrior of love. And that's what I am, and that's what I want to show other people to be. To love means being fearless. To love means being a warrior. To be brave enough to face your stuff. To be brave enough to open up your heart. On my birthday recently, one of my friends did a little speech about me, and she called me the world's most reluctant psychic. Because my mother was a psychic. It was something I really didn't want to do, and obviously I wanted to run like the wind. There's nothing worse than when you can't control when you're feeling psychic. When I was younger, I used to walk down the street and get overwhelming amounts of information and feelings from people that were just passing me by. My life story was a Sunday Times bestseller. When I was born, my dad was dying, and I actually had a twin that died at birth. There was a host of sexual abuse from when I was a baby until my mid-teens. And during that time, it was very traumatic. In fact, my stepfather tried to murder my mother and chop her up with an axe, and I kicked the door in and saved her life. Having said that, there was a great deal of blessings I had. And one was to understand the power of love and how important it is to believe in love. I always felt protected. And through the skills that I learned through my mother, I was able to gain higher wisdom and survive that childhood and indeed eventually flourish. So even as a small child, I had this knowing that one day I would live in a castle, and obviously it was completely, unlikely at the time. And now I've gone from being homeless and trying to break into squats to be able to have my baby. I had no money, I was a single parent, and now I have that castle, the castle that kept me going. So how do you know that I can transform people's lives? My own life is a testament to the fact that people can overcome impossible odds. When I was in my 20s, I did a degree in anthropology and social science. I read everything on this subject. I was absolutely obsessed with finding out why we are the way we are, why we relate the way that we do, and it's been a grand passion of mine. I'm particularly passionate about couples and love. Love, love, love. Ultimately, love is everything. Love, love, love. I believe we are all love, and we come into this world with an open heart, and then fear, pain, trauma, wounds break that down, so we end up not functioning in the way that we truly are.
There's nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can sing that can't be sung.
We build defences when we find ourselves unable to trust and let go and have real intimacy. Love is the greatest power on the earth, and when we reconnect to it, anything is possible. So what's the difference between me and a relationship expert? Well, I'm psychic, so I can go into intimate detail about what's going on. Just by sitting on a bed, I can sense if someone's having half-hearted sex, meh. If they're having make-up sex, or if they're having no sex. We live in a society where intimacy is fading away. The latest statistic is that 1 in 10 people looks at their mobile phone while having sex. We have people going to bed and going on their iPad, and technology taking away all of our ability to relate. I can usually tell when I meet a couple whether they have the potential to heal their relationship or not. But you know what? Sometimes it's not about healing your relationship. It's about, as Gwynnie likes to say, consciously uncoupling. It's about learning how to break up by still respecting each other and respecting the love you had. Every other psychic program I've seen is stuck in a loop of the same boring format. We have a psychic going in, saying some amazing information, everybody's shocked, and that's it. What's the benefit of that? If I said to you, I've got your Uncle Albert here, and he's telling you he used to like tea and a chocolate biscuit on a Sunday, that's not really going to change your life. It may heal you to hear about a loved one, but what I do is something different. What I do is give the information, use the information, and also show other people how to get in touch with their own wisdom and psychic ability, and to learn to reconnect with people with intimacy, and to not be frightened of what's going on within themselves. It's very powerful and it's very intense. But you know what? There needs to be a show that changes that genre and brings it into the 21st century.